Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to Journey to Become Wealthy, Day 48. So, a lot went on today, right? A lot went on today, especially in the stock market. The stock market came tumbling down. If you guys were in some plays with me, though, hopefully you made some money. Hopefully, you guys saw what I did last week as far as trading Lucid, and you knew the news that was accommodated with it, so you guys knew why I was trading it that way. Also, another stock that popped up today unexpectedly was SoFi. So we got Lucid and SoFi definitely on the menu. On the watch list, and the metaverse. The metaverse is booming. So I may have to make this two videos, but we're gonna see right for right now, right? I'm gonna start out with our basics just so we know what we got getting into. We're gonna start out with the normal stuff. Let's check out our futures, right? And like I said, the entire market was down. It was down heavy, but I still managed to make money. Still managed to make money based on those Lucid puts. First, we have the Dow down 1.51%, the S&P 500 down 1.84%, and the Nasdaq down 2.60%. And dropping. I told y'all this year was gonna be a bearish year, right? The stock market has been hitting crash after crash after crash, and today, I don't really see any reason why. I did not find any catalyst in the news, but however, we can look today. We can look tonight and see if we find any. Like I said, I got a lot for this video, so we may have to throw this thing into two videos, and I'll leave it in here somewhere for you guys to go find it easily. We got oh my goodness, we got the Russell down 3.06%. All these major indices coming down hard, and these are not flat, right? Not flat at all. These are major drops. Down 3%, down 2%, down 1.84%, down 1.51%. This is technically what a crash looks like. And we've been getting hit like this pretty much every day, right? You guys are checking this stuff out with me every day or every other day, hopefully. And you're seeing this. We're seeing it come down. Here we have the different sectors. Technology sector, bright red, beat down. Consumer communication services, bright red, beat down. Consumer cyclical, bright red, beat down. And then consumer defensive, again, bright red, beat down. Now, y'all see Walmart here. It's down 1.75%. And I'm wondering if it might have got some resistance again based on that news that we talked about last night, right? We talked about Walmart is investing in the metaverse. Now, you guys know the real money does not hit until this stuff is made official. However, it's in the making, right? It's in the works. Walmart's getting in the metaverse. They're gonna be selling their own goods, whether it's electronics or services or whatever the case may be. Just like they may have their own land with Walmart, a grocery store for you guys to walk your character in and your avatar, walk your avatar in and go buy goods. Using crypto or using NFTs or using whatever form of coin that they have that they'll accept at the moment. Financials, again, everything is beat down. Pretty bright red. The entire market is beat down. That just to go there. One thing I did do today, right? Again, I told you guys a lot of plays were made today. A lot of plays were made today because I see money making opportunities when I see these red days, right? You guys know we have our entry prices, at least my entry prices. I can't tell you guys what to buy yet. I can't tell you guys what to buy or sell or whatever. But I told you guys when Goldman Sachs comes under 350, I'm buying more, right? It hit under that 350 mark, I bought more, and then it went back up to 354. So imagine if I had waited to the 350 and bought it there instead of buying it while it was high. I bought it while it was high just so I can get a piece of it, piece of the pie. And when it came down today, I bought more. I jumped into it. And again, it's not even my time to add money. However, when I see opportunities like these, I just can't resist, right? I'd rather take this money out of my savings and invest it so that I can make more future profits and so that we can be in this thing together, right? We ain't gonna get in here together and make some money. So that was major for me. Facebook. I actually bought Facebook today. Facebook came down really low. Came down low. And I was loving it. Y'all ever seen what's the Sheen is the company? I went shopping. I went shopping. It was a full online sale with my name on it. Everything I wanted, I bought a piece of it. Facebook $318 right now. I bought it at about $319. I want to say. Well, no, I bought it at $318.50 or something like that. And I'll put it on here. I'll put my average price in here just like you guys see here with most of these other plays. I'll put my average price in there again. You guys know the buy what I consider to be a buy zone for Facebook. again under 320, and I knew this thing was coming back down. These stocks have to come back down again, and we're in a bearish year. They're expected to come down. However, their return is inevitable. The return is inevitable. So healthcare beat down. Energy looks like the only sector that might have actually held up on its own today. It's up 1.68%. ExxonMobil, PetroChina up 1.94%. And really, if you look at the curve here, you see the curve, it looks like it might have dipped and then made a return. So many of you who are new investors probably would have saw that dip and been scared and ran, but you had to be willing to hold through these type of things, right? And again, that's why I put these entry prices in here, though, so that you guys know, hey, what's the actual price I should be buying this thing at? Because I don't want you guys to be, especially being new investors, to be buying them at their high points because they look good. You see, again, like I told you guys before, you see it going to the moon. It look really attractive. It look beautiful. It's green. Oh, it's all smiles. And then you come to a day like today, that joker down 2, 3, 4%. And now you don't know what to do because you down money. You hold. You buy more. You average down. When the markets are red, it's our time to go shopping. If Sheen told you that you can get that nice dress, those new pair of pants, or Fashion Nova told you can get that nice new outfit, 50% off, you telling me you're not going to buy it? That's what I saw here today. I saw opportunity, right? I saw opportunity, so I went shopping. So let's get into that Lucid put, right? Let's get into the Lucid put. So last week, y'all know I had a Lucid put. Let me see if I can I'm going to share my screen because I have screenshots in here that actually make more sense. So y'all know how I like to do it, right? I like to show y'all the receipt so y'all know what really happened, how it went down and everything else. But if we're going to look at the screen here, you guys will see where Lucid actually dropped, right? You got, especially this morning, I told you guys the first 30 minutes of the market is the most volatile, right? So again, I could have held through today and still potentially made even more money tomorrow, but I don't know what kind of moves the market would have made. You can't predict these things, right? But I knew that Lucid had bad news, especially going into the 19th, which is tomorrow. The 19th is tomorrow when the lockup is going to be free. So I knew that there's an opportunity that this stock will come down today. I knew it. So let's look at it, right? On Friday, I bought this put. I actually bought the put at about 170, and I averaged down. I bought two more options. And it brought at 161, and it brought my average down to 167, right? So I told you guys I bought that because I wanted to be sure that I could average down. I wanted to make sure I had everything I needed. So this morning, when I first looked at it, I got a notification saying, hey, your put options are up 40%. I was like, say less. Let me get up in here. Let me sell two of them. I'm going to hold one, see how much money that one can make me. I sold two at 40%. As you see here, I sold two at $232 price. Again, that made me $120 profit, though, I believe it was. $120 profit, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. Then I sold this one at the $268 price. Made me $101 at a 6% gain. $101, 6% gain. Well, and let me full screen it so you guys can see it. Again, I had two here. I sold them at the limit price of $232, and I believe that was a 40% gain. Now I had one I was holding on to, and I sold it at the 60% price, and that gave me a 6% gain, $100. So today total, I made $220 literally within the first 30 minutes of the market. First 30 minutes of the market, no doubt. So look, this big dip happened at 840. So technically, that's the first 10 minutes of the market. 840. I sold before 840. Market opened at 830. I had already made $220 in 10 minutes of market open. Right? Many of you, I mean, you if you may or may not make that in a day, but hey, you make $220. If you can do that 3 or 4 times over, you can call that a day, right? 3 or 4 times over, 5 times $200. You just made $1,000 in a day. Imagine if I would have bought more of these options, because again, we knew we had negative news. We had news that supported this company going down. And then even then, if I held until tomorrow, the stock is currently down 7% for today. Currently down 7% for today. So this really wasn't a losing play for me. I had all the opportunity to win here. I had plenty of opportunity to win. So this could have been money made for any of you guys if you were following, if you followed along and saw some of the things I was doing on last week. So that was a good thing, right? Good thing. Now, let's talk about another one that popped up today. SoFi. SoFi had good news today, and look at it. Look at it. It was down just like everything else today. It was down, And this is a company I'm actually down in. Y'all see my average here at the bottom. I have an average of 1560. However, this is a fintech company, and I believe in it long term. I've even seen mail from them because I know that my student loans are actually going to be coming from this company. They're who I'm going to be paying my student loan money to. So I'm like, okay, shoot, that's fine. Let me invest in these guys. I did my research on them. I know what they're valued at. And I had I believe I have an entry price on my list for you guys on that, right? Let's see what's SoFi. I told you guys a good entry price would be under $14. Here you see my current average is $15.60, right? Today, if you'd have bought this joker at the low of $12 today, it shot all the way back up to $14. That's a gain of 16%. And that's based on news that they'll actually be opening their own banks. So SoFi is now becoming a bank, right? SoFi shares bounced after winning bank approval. So now they are not only a fintech company, they are not only virtual, they are not only being traded as an app or whatever the case may be, they will have a facility. So that made their value increase. I think Goldman Sachs made some money on them and they acquired another big firm and all of those things. So we definitely can expect to see some major valuation from them. Again, like I told you, I got a lot today. Goldman Sachs is actually going through earnings, and I think they got beat up by earnings today. But they traded down to that 350, right? They traded down to that 350. I bought me another share. And again, look at the price right now, 356. If you looked at my chart, you bought it at 350, you're actually up $6 right now, right? If you bought it at that 350, you're up $6 per share. You're up $6 per share. So again, and this thing is destined to run. This is actually on the low end right now. We've seen this in the past month. It's been as high as $406. $406. So that's $50 per share you could have made if you had 100 shares. You know how that go, right? $50 per share. What's that? Do the math, right? So that's just things that we got, things that we've been looking at and things that we're trying to make money in. And this was actually a major drop off, in my opinion, because I knew, okay, I hate to say this, and this is not a fact. This is just my opinion. Well, no, this is coming from this last year, right? This previous year, 2021, when earnings happened, around earnings time, most of these shares dropped and they tended to rebound. Goldman Sachs dropped. Now, they did not meet their earnings per share today because I think what I saw was they met their revenue, but they did not meet their earnings per share. So let's see, earnings report. Y'all know I like to show y'all the facts, right? So on their Q4, they missed their earnings per share, but they beat their revenue. They missed their earnings per share by 9%, but they beat their revenue. And that's not bad because look at every other quarter. Every other quarter, they beat it 49%, beat it 47%, beat it 87%, 82%, beat it 17%. So to see them have one bad quarter, they more than doubled their money quarter over quarter throughout the past year, right? So that means they were already profitable. They were already in the money. They were already making investors like ourselves. They were already making us rich. They were already making us money. So one bad quarter, as far as missing the EPS, the earnings per share EPS, does not deter me from wanting to be in this company. Especially when we know over the long term, this thing has been doing numbers. Even currently, it's up 16%. It's doing numbers, right? That's what we love to see. And again, that's not even at its highest. So again, you know, that's just those type of things we like to see. So we discussed Goldman Sachs. And this is actually an earnings week. So we see companies like Netflix actually going through earnings. I think Wells Fargo had their earnings last week. Those are just things to be aware of, right? Especially going into the new week, this week. Especially we had a short week as well because Martin Luther King Day was on Monday, which was yesterday. So you guys have to be aware of all these things because these are catalysts that drive the prices either up or down. And you want to make sure that you're in it when they're for the ride up, right? So we looked at our stock heat map. Let me get to crypto. And I'm sorry I'm jumping around, but again, today was a good day. I mean, I don't think many people saw. I was in the green day. Again, I saw profits because of my put options, and this also gave me a chance to buy stocks and companies that I wanted. It gave me a chance to buy cheaper shares and bring my average down in companies again that I plan on investing in for the long term. So we have Bitcoin down 0.03%. Not bad. It may be on its way back up as we speak. Luna up 1.99%. What are some of the other ones that we like? Doge down 4.16%. Shiba Inu down 4.44%. Ethereum down 2.17%. Cardano down 5.01%. And we got Ethereum Classic up 6.59%. Again, I'm in that one. However, I do not recommend it because I've lost money on it in the past, and I haven't really looked into it enough. Well, I've looked into it a lot in the past, but as of right now, I do not remember what its utility is to even recommend it to you guys. You guys know I like to do my research and I like to give y'all the facts, right? We got Crow right here down 0.77. And I think that's majority. Oh no, let's check out Metaverse players. Like I said, we got the Metaverse. Everybody's trying to get in. Everybody's trying to get a piece of the pie. Decentraland down 2.19% and Sandbox down 3.75%. These, in my opinion, are buying opportunities. Buying opportunities, like I told you. When Goldman Sachs came down to 350, I bought a share. I was like, man, let me bring my average down. I should have bought 2 or 3. However, it is not my time to be adding money to my account. So I bought what I could, right? I bought 1 share. However, I also bought the 2 shares of Facebook. Let's not forget that I bought Facebook when it got into my entry price. So those are the type of things we want to look at. So let's check this out, right? Well, again, I told y'all I ended up in the green today, right? Where many others, again, y'all look at it at the top. On the top side, early in the day at 9:20, I was at $429. And this is based off my Lucid puts because it had ran me up while everything else was still at their highs for the morning. Again, it was early morning and stocks started to come down. But after hours, SoFi redeemed me. SoFi's ran up 15% and it's actually redeemed me. So I may be one of the few people who's actually up on today in a market that's blood red. You guys see it just like I saw it, right? You see it. It's red everywhere, except for energy. Red everywhere. But yet and still, my portfolio is green because I know how to make money on the way up or the way down. And that's what I'm trying to teach you guys, right? How to make money on the way up or the way down. So just because it's going down, let's say for instance, if I had invested in Lucid, okay, I may have lost $1 per share today, but I made $300 on the company today as well because I predicted that the stock will go down. So I made all my money back. And when it comes back up on the back end later on in the year or a month from now, 2 months from now, hey, I'm going to take out more money and they have paid me twice at this point, right? So those are the type of things we had to look forward to. Like I said, y'all see my portfolio. Everything in here is beat down except for SoFi, with the exception of SoFi. And I actually bought more shares of SoFi because I told you I like the price under 14, but I was already in it, right? I was already in it when it was a little higher, and this is actually my second time buying and selling this company. As you know, because I like it as a long-term company. However, I buy it and I sell it just to continue to make profits. I've accumulated 200 shares now because I saw it come down to that $13-12 range, and I bought more. On last week. I only had 145. I had 145 shares, I believe, a week or two ago, and now I'm at 200 shares because I like this company as a stock. I like this company. So you guys, these are the type of things we look for, right? And I may have just been lucky and I got in early. If it runs up to $16, $17, $18, $19, $20 in a month or 2 months, or shoot, with the news it's had today in a couple days, I'm gonna enjoy the ride. I'm gonna sit back, kick my feet up, and I'm gonna make some money, right? And that's the type of things we do, right? We want to do that. We want to keep making money as many times as we can. And pretty much, y'all, as you guys see, I got my Facebook shares here. I got my Goldman Sachs extra shares here. And these are just companies that I saw that were pretty much just beaming out at me. Even Microsoft jumped out at me today. Because they bought Activision. They acquired Activision and they are in my buy range. However, I had already bought my shares for this week. I already spent, I want to say, an extra $1,100 this week. So I had to limit myself, right? Okay, that's how much. That's all. This is my pay week. This is my week to add money. So that's okay. I just paid myself early. It's fine to pay yourself early if you have, but do not put yourself in a bind to do so, right? But we know Facebook. What was Facebook? Meta. I thought it was in a buy range at 320. It's come all the way down to. I'm sorry. We're looking for Microsoft. I have it at a buy range at 315. It's come all the way down to $302. I mean, this. Extra discount. That's what we like to see. Extra discount. So I may look at buying this one 2 more weeks if it stays at this range, right? I need to stay in my buy range. Otherwise, I missed it this time and it'll come back around. They always come back around. That's the cycle. That's the stock market, right? These things go to the moon, they come back down to earth, and then they go back to the moon again. It's just up to us to take the opportunity to make money on these things, whether they're going up or down. It's on us to make that money. So one thing again, I have the metaverse, and I'm actually gonna come back to you guys. I'm gonna shoot a second video for y'all on that later, or I'm gonna actually put that of some of my previous videos in there so we can kind of discuss it then. But I want you guys, if you guys have any questions on the metaverse, any of the plays I made today, make sure y'all leave it in the comments. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. Y'all hit the bell notification so you get notifications whenever I post videos. I thank you guys for your support, and I thank you for joining the journey to become wealthy. I'll see y'all tomorrow.